And a very pleasant good morning, ladies and gentlemen. How are you? My name is Bruce Dickey. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Going to be a fun show. It is, oh my heavens, it's week 11 of the NFL. It is week 12 of college football. And can you believe it? It is also week 12 for the Flora Wolves. How about that? Go Wolves, go. As they're playing in the Class 2A state quarterfinals Saturday afternoon, tomorrow afternoon. Good luck to the Wolves. We'll talk about their matchup against Maroa Forsyth here in the next little bit, as this is our weekly Take the Points show here on Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. It's just me today. As you see, I've got the open chair beside me. That's fine. We have a lot of fun. We got all kinds of stuff to talk about. We're going to talk, well, it's mainly football, of course, but that's what you do this time of year. As we're getting ready here at Wabash for basketball season get kicked up. I didn't even mention Monday night, next Monday night, 4 days from today. Basketball season starts for us here at Wabash, as we'll be in Edwards County as the Lady Lions host the Lady Wayne City Indians for our first game of the season. We've got a big slate of games for you in high school basketball over the course of the next 4 months. 1, 2, 3, through the end of February. So, yeah, that's 3 really, really hard months or 4 short months. So, but yeah, we are looking forward to that here on Big Talk. Can't wait. We cannot wait to bring that stuff to you. What is going on today in and around your neighborhood? Some community events to tell you about. Actually, I talk about blood drives from time to time. I talk about how confused I am about Impact Life on one side and Red Cross on the other side. Because, well, I guess we're just kind of in that little area where hospitals go one direction for blood and the southern hospitals go the other direction. We've got them both today. So if you're a Red Cross blood donor, and whenever you donate blood to one of these places, you typically stay in that habit. It's the easiest way to do it. If you're a Red Cross blood donor at Flora today from 8:30 till 2 o'clock, it's already started. You can get down there and donate blood to your heart's desire. But from 8:30 to 2 at the Flora High School, it's a Red Cross drive. Donors will get a $20 e-gift card plus an A1C test. How much is that going to cost you if you go to the hospital to get that thing? $50, $100, something like that. Make an appointment to donate by, you can download the Red Cross app. Go to redcrossblood.org. That's the easiest way to do it. Or give them a call at 800-RED-CROSS and tell them, hey, I'm going to the Flora High School. I've donated at Flora High School. Easiest way to get her in and around. It's a lot of fun. And you'll be able to make your donation. No problem. An Impact Life blood drive is going to be sponsored by North Clay FCCLA. This is going to be at the North Clay High School. So if you're in Clay County, this is how I'm telling you, it's so confusing which blood drive is the one you want, which one don't you want. This is what makes it so confusing. Flora High School hosting Red Cross blood. North Clay hosting Impact Life blood. That'll run today from noon till 4:30. The North Clay FCCLA hosting a community service event by sponsoring a blood drive through Impact Life on November from 1 to, well, it says here from 1 to 6, but the other one said 12:30 to 4:30. The donor bus will be set up at the Circle Drive in front of the North Clay High School. You know where that is. All blood donated through Impact Life does go to the local hospitals, and one donor can save up to 3 lives. The FCCLA's goal through this blood drive is to sponsor 30 donors so they can save up to 90 lives. There you go. That's a wonderful thing. Wonderful effort. Go give blood either at Flora or at Louisville. What else going on this weekend? Tonight and tomorrow at the Centralia Cultural Society, they are putting on the Twelfth Night. That is a William Shakespeare play. This is Actors Alive is performing the Shakespeare's Twelfth Night, a romantic comedy at the Centralia Cultural Society. Showtimes are 7:30 Friday and Saturday, and tickets are available. Let's see, just $12 for general admission, $10 for patrons, $7 for youth. I tell you what, if you're in high school, this is one to go to. It's a comedy. It's well, as far as comedy and Shakespeare goes, it's when you get into the. It's not a tragedy, let's put it that way. So yeah, you'll have some fun. Also going on today and tomorrow up at the Effingham Event Center. It's the Midwest Market Christmas Market today and tomorrow. That's 1501 West Fayette. That's near the exit 159 up in Effingham. Now it's a $5 entry fee to get in, but if you're looking for the perfect Christmas gift, look no further than Midwest Market's Christmas Market today and tomorrow. Shop all sorts of goodies, including crafts, jewelry, boutique items, food, so much more. You won't want to miss it. Runs from 4 to 8 on Friday and then 9 to 4 on Saturday. So all those wonderful events happening today on Friday, the 14th. What else going on? Saturday, November 15th. This will be fun down at All-Star Package in Sisney. By the way, I was at All-Star Package for a couple of 3 hours on Saturday afternoon. They had their barbecue contest, barbecue rib contest. Fantastic, outstanding. Jimmy Barnfield, Julie Barnfield, they deserve all the credit in the world. They put on a fine rib competition down there last week. 11 different entries. Thank you guys so much for inviting me. Loved it. But today or tomorrow on Saturday down at the same place, a BB gun meat shoot. BB gun meat shoot that'll have adults as well as kids divisions. Meat prizes for adults, kids prizes for kids. All proceeds do go toward the Christmas for Kids. Location, of course, All-Star Package in Sisney. Sign up from 11 to 12, and then shoot starts at noon, I believe, on Saturday. Xenia Christ United Church Holiday Bazaar will be held on Saturday. It'll be from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. Xenia Christ United Church. Mark your calendars. A very fun and exciting shopping event. It's the Xenia Christ United Church Holiday Bazaar. Over 20 vendors to shop from. You don't want to miss it. And it starts so early. Breakfast. So get your breakfast, 7 o'clock, and then shop for the rest of the day. Noble, over in Noble on Saturday, the Noble Wakefield Fire Department hosting a chili dinner fundraiser. It'll be from 11 till 6. 11 till 6. So it's a long chili dinner. You can eat twice. The Noble Wakefield Fire Department inviting the community to their annual chili dinner fundraiser. Takes place November 15th, starting at 11, continuing until the chili is sold out. The dinner will be held at the Noble Lions Club located at 112 South Avenue in Noble. Proceeds do help with the equipment, training, other essential needs for the Noble Wakefield Fire Department. You can't go wrong. Get a good bowl of chili on actually a pretty nice day on Saturday. Supposed to be up in the 70s again, and probably for the last time this year. So get out and enjoy that. This is fun. I'm fascinated by this. I don't know what they're doing. But the Road Home program in Effingham, they are hosting a turkey drop. That's for all veterans, Guard and Reserve, and active duty. Sign up by 3 o'clock today. Sign up by 3 o'clock today. You'll get a free frozen turkey with a bag of sides for your family for the holiday. Feeds up to 4. 1 meal kit per household. You can pick up, you'll pick up on Saturday. So you need to stop by there or make a phone call on Friday the 14th. Stop by, pick it up from 11 to 2 tomorrow. Give them a call at 217-347 2597. Again, that's the Road Home Program Turkey Drop. Outstanding. Christmas toy auction. How about this? Up in Edgewood at the American Legion Lodge number 484, they're going to have an auction for Christmas toys. What's the good toy this year? What's the one you got to have? I don't know. I wish I could tell you. I'm going to have to start shopping again. My little great nieces and nephews are beginning to get older and older and older. I've got a 4-year. I've got a great nephew turning 4 here next week, and my great niece is a year and a half. Everybody else is adults, so it's time to start buying toys. This auction will be at 6 o'clock. Doors open at 5. Come out and look at the auction early and get a chance to see what you like. Toys will be there. Tools will be there, as well as home decor. That's fun. A toy donation bin will also be set up to benefit local chili or chicken and noodles. You cannot go wrong. Go get chili at Noble at noon. And then come up here to Xenia, I believe. Was that Xenia? No, at Edgewood. Go to Edgewood at the evening for chicken and noodles. Yum. One last event here on Saturday, 3 Dog Night. Can you believe 3 Dog Night is still out there kicking it, playing? It's just amazing to me. They were old when I was young, I thought. Now they're into their 6th decade of performing. 3 Dog Night has woven hit after hit to its classic rock songs through the fabric of pop culture. The group crystallizes its continued popularity and heightens audiences' emotion by boasting chart and sales records that remain virtually unmatched in popular music. This is nice writing. The group holds a Billboard magazine record, releasing 21 consecutive top 40 hits. That's pretty good, including Joy to the World. You know Joy to the World. That's the one starts out, he makes you think it's Jeremiah was a bullfrog. Joy to the World, Black and White. The thing means black. The thing is white. I remember that. Shambhala, I tell you what, if I hear Shambhala one more time, it's going to be one time too many. And also One. I like One. That's a good song. The group's eclectic taste transcends time and brings together new and longtime audiences alike. That's at the Effingham Performance Center Saturday night. What else going on today, ladies and gentlemen? You cannot go wrong on Spicy Guacamole Day. November 14th brings together some fresh flavors on National Spicy Guacamole Day. Call your friends, get the chips ready, celebrate with a bowl of spicy guacamole dip. Originating with the Aztecs in Mexico, guacamole is an avocado-based sauce. It's become popular in American cuisine as a dip, condiment, and salad ingredient. As guacamole is made by using a mortar and pestle. Actually, people more often use spoons now to mash ripe avocados and then mix with sea salt. Sometimes tomatoes, onions, garlic, lemon juice, chili, yogurt, or other seasonings are added. To make it spicy, you can throw in jalapenos, chilies, cumin, and red pepper to help fire it up a little bit. Oh, by the way, you ask, where's the name come from? Well, guaca is the name of that's the avocado in Spanish. Mole is sauce in Spanish. So very simple. Avocado sauce. Makes sense, doesn't it? How do you observe it? Well, of course, make guacamole, spicy guacamole. How do you pick a ripe guacamole? Unlike many other fruits, color doesn't indicate ripeness on an avocado. A ripe avocado will give slightly with a little pressure, but it will not be mushy. An unripe avocado will be hard. So there you have it. How soon do you use a ripe avocado? The window of ripeness is very short. It'll turn from ripe to overripe in a short time. However, keeping the avocado cool in the fridge will help keep it fresh and ripe longer to help make delicious guacamole. There you go. Speaking of leaving guacamole in the fridge, that reminds me of what tomorrow is. National Clean Out Your Refrigerator Day. Falls on November 15th each year. This encourages folks to prepare for the upcoming holiday season. So get together a soap and hot water filled bucket, maybe some disinfectant, a sponge and a garbage bag, and you'll be ready for the day. With family gatherings and a large turkey waiting to be roasted, cleaning out the fridge makes sense. Not only will you need more room before the meals, but you also need space for all the leftovers. Many dread this job, however, it is an important task nonetheless. Some suggestions for your refrigerator cleaning are: empty each shelf, completely wipe down the inside of the refrigerator, wash drawers and underneath the drawers, throw away all expired food, throw away any moldy food, get rid of anything that you do not use, vacuum the condenser coils. That's what people forget. You got to vacuum those coils, the vacuum out underneath the refrigerator, because you got to have the air moving behind the refrigerator. Restock shelves and drawers with good food and enjoy a nice, clean, organized refrigerator day. This was started in 1999 by Whirlpool. Who else would have started National Clean Out Your Refrigerator Day? Makes sense. Back in 1999 to encourage folks to clean it out. What else going on this weekend? Oh, love this. November 15th each year, National Bunt Day. National Bunt Day. As folks across the United States plan menus for the holidays, a bunt cake is sure to be on the list at least once. A bunt cake can be any cake baked in a bunt pan, forming it into a distinctive ring shape. Of course, you recognize all that, folks. The model of the bunt pan was initially inspired by the traditional European fruit cake known as the Google Hop. It was in the 1950s or 60s that the cookware company Nordic Ware popularized the style for the mold, design, and trademarked the name Bunt. Nordic Ware started producing bunt pans made from cast aluminum. Similar pans are sold as fluted tube pans under other names. So yeah, that's basically maybe a copyright of there. How many do you think? All right, within 10 million. How many bunt pans have been sold throughout the United States? Think about the number of homes basically in the United States. How many homes have a bunt pan? Pretty much every home probably has a bunt pan. Within 10 million, how do you say? So guess, what do you guess? 60 million bunt pans have been sold throughout the United States. By the way, Nordic Ware, to mark the 60th anniversary, Nordic Ware designated November 15th as National Bunt Day. By the way, bunt cakes do take longer than other kinds to bake. It's not uncommon to bake for at least an hour. The reason? To make sure your bunt cake is done, stick a toothpick in the center and make sure it comes out clean. One last tip is to cool it for a bit before flipping the pan upside down to get the cake out. You might have to bang the pan a little bit for the cake to come out. So there you go. What else is made in bunt pans? Well, you can create other molded desserts in the bunt pan, like gelatins, pull-apart bread. The bunt pan also makes for delicious savory dishes like lasagna stuffing or an egg bake. Never had bunt-shaped lasagna. That sounds pretty good. What do you want to see on TV today? Tell folks what's on television. NHL hockey tonight. The Blues are at home. Flyers coming into St. Louis. That's on FanDuel, channel 390. College basketball. Indiana State is at Duke. That's on ACC Network, 352. North Central Eagles are at North Carolina Tar Heels. That's also on ACC Network, channel 352. ESPN2 has a couple of basketball games as well. Wolverines, Michigan at TCU, and that's at 8 o'clock. Gonzaga is at Arizona State at 10. Those both on ESPN2, channel 361. Looking for the Illini? Big Ten Plus. You got to get to the streaming for that. College against Colgate. That ought to be a good game. College football, Clemson is at Louisville. That's at 6:30 on ESPN channel 360. And finally, it is the Minnesota Golden Gophers heading out to Oregon to take on the Oregon Ducks. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Real Talk High School football next. Stick around.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Hello, folks. Bruce Dickey here with Wabash Catch TV. Thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you also for tuning into Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. You can find it here daily at 9 a.m. and at 1 p.m. Talk about all kinds of different subjects. People, interesting folks in the community, community events coming up, just all kinds of stuff that will matter to you. Appreciate you tuning in. Thanks a lot. Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
My grandfather, Carol Rush, opened Rush Appliance in October of 1949. This is Sean Rush, and I am driven by the same determination and commitment to quality that has set us on the road to success. A lot has changed in the appliance industry since 1949, but at Rush Appliance, we're doing everything we can to remain trusted, strong, and competitive. We are extremely proud of our roots, and we look forward to providing you with quality and service at Rush Appliance and Furniture Company in downtown Fairfield.
It is all things new at Zimdar's Heating, Air Conditioning, and Appliance Repair. We have a new line of heating and cooling equipment and new technicians. Our new equipment line offers 24 months free financing and excellent warranty coverage. Our experienced service technicians can provide you with quality service and repairs on all brands of HVAC equipment. Zimdar's has been serving Clay County and the surrounding areas for over 23 years. The employees of Zimdar's are here to help, so call local and call Zimdar's.
Hey folks, welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. How are you? Thank you so much for tuning in. How about those Flora Wolves? Congratulations again to Flora, winning on a Parker Helm field goal at to knock off Pana. They have made it into the third round of the IHSA playoffs. Well, let's just take a look at what the IHSA playoffs look like as they're heading up to take on Maroa. Now, this is Class 2A. And you see the teams that remain. This is the top part of the bracket. Flora's in the bottom part. El Paso and Farmington, Downs and Tri-Valley. The number one seed gone. As Tri-Valley knocked off Taylor Ridge, Rock Ridge in the top 16. As not too many real close games there. Farmington and Aurora Christian, solid, and Downs also winning by a touchdown. Then you get to the bottom part, and speaking of close games, the Flora Wolves have run their fans through the ringer in their two games as they knocked off Nashville 42-39, and then, like I mentioned, the 3-point win over Pana on the on the field goal, a 43-yarder to be exact, as I recall. So yeah, congratulations! Wow, Maroa hasn't really had all that many close games either, as Maroa knocked off Chester at Chester by 12. I've called games at Chester. That is a difficult place to play. That's a nice win for Maroa to head a long way to play at Chester and win. And so they got a home game against Johnston City, as Johnston City came up and just got swamped. Flora lost to Johnston City. Now don't get me wrong. Flora Flora can play Johnson City. You see, Flora lost 38-20. It was really closer than that, and that was up in Flora. That was their only loss of the season. You ask, Bruce, why is this game not at Flora again? They're the higher ranked seed. Well, Maroa Forsyth has only had one home game, while Flora has had two. So when you get later into the playoffs, if you have, they check which team has had more home games than the other one. And the higher seeded team, if they're the same number of home games, the higher seeded team would get the home game. But Maroa has had fewer. And so then if you look ahead, Westville and Allah, Arthur, Lovington, Atwood, Hammond, that is at Westville, as both those teams have had two home games. Westville's the higher ranked seed, so they're getting their third home game. So, looking ahead, if Flora can beat Maroa Forsyth, and I don't much care about if Maroa Forsyth wins it, but either one, I believe, would host. Yeah, they sure would host. No, let's see. If Flora would play Westville next week, it would be at Flora. If they would play Allah next week, that would be at Arthur, in Arthur. So, clear as mud, right? All you got to do is win. Just keep winning, and you'll get to keep playing. As it's quarterfinal week, you can see here, this is what the second round looked like, all the scores down into the quarterfinals. Not much chaff in any of that wheat right there. 1, 2, 3, 4 undefeated squads. Flora with just one loss. Wilmington with just one loss. Tri-Valley and Maroa Forsyth with just two losses, as all four of those games will be played on Saturday. The Flora and the Maroa and the Westville games to be at 2 o'clock. I was telling you about Flora's record so far. They're the one loss, the one blemish to Johnston City. Other than that, they've had some pretty close games. They know how to win in the tight ones. You look at that 10-1 as coming into that ball game. Maroa, on the other hand, you look at the teams that they have defeated and lost to. They play a great level of competition up there in the Decatur area, north of Decatur toward Springfield, north of Springfield. It's a loaded schedule, especially with Williamsville on it, who is Williamsville just crushed Porta last week, and it's in the playoffs. I think Stanford Olympia got beat in their playoffs the second round, but yeah, this is a tremendous team that Flora will be heading up to Maroa to face. All right, you say, Bruce, don't bother me. Don't bother me with how good teams are. All right, and I know Flora has been playing well against quarterbacks. Facing a quarterback here that is very special. Take a look at these numbers. That's Ryan Shepard. He's the senior, and he leads the team in both rushing and passing. He has 18 touchdowns rushing. 18 touchdowns on just 83 carries running the ball. And then throwing the ball, he's got 2,600 yards. 2,600 yards throwing. I don't have the stats for Flora, as they didn't put them all on Max Preps but I do know that Parker Helm led the conference in passing, and I believe Cormac Massey was in second place in rushing, just behind Michael Barner. So, tough place to play at Maroa Forsyth. Tough place to play. What can Flora do to win up there? Well, you gotta not turn the ball over. First of all, you can't turn the ball over. You got void penalties, and you can get upsets if you do that. Also, be a ball hawk. Take the ball away try to take the ball away from Shepherd as much as you can. And that's how you do it. Let's go Wolves. Go up there, get win number 11, get a home game in the state semifinal. We're all hoping you can get there. Wish we could shoot it. IHSA won't let me be me. Sorry. To borrow from Marshall Mathers. But good luck, Wolves. Back in a sec, talk about college football.
For service beyond the surface, call Carter Trucking in Fairfield. Carter's trucks are ready to haul your big freight and grain. So whatever you call Jeremy Carter, the Mucho Mulcho Man, the driveway doctor, the gravel guru, the pothole pirate, the rockin' redneck, the smooth operator, the mud hole master, or the happy hauler, just call him. 842-2022 to haul your big freight, grain, and more with trucks from Carter Trucking, Williamson Drive in Fairfield.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians, and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Having car trouble, need a tow, or just some routine maintenance? Butcher Automotive in Louisville has you covered. Locally owned and operated, Butcher Automotive offers complete vehicle repair services along with tire sales and wheel alignment. They're your local Hankook tire and interstate battery dealer. Butcher Automotive offers free local pickup and delivery so your car can be repaired while you're at work or at home. Butcher strives to treat everyone's vehicle as their own. At Butcher Automotive, they don't want you to give them your business, they want to earn it.
Beth Cooper.
And I am Stacey Earlywhite, and together we host By the Way with Beth and Stacey.
It airs Monday through Friday on Wabash Channel 100 at 11 a.m. and again at 3 p.m.
We love to follow Clay County history, and we've been venturing out too in other counties. We absolutely love history.
You can also find us on YouTube. Our YouTube channel is By the Way with Beth and Stacey, or like and follow us on Facebook.
Hello, folks. Welcome back to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's our weekly Take the Point show. Let's talk college football. What was the big show from this weekend? Did you watch the Penn State Indiana game? I tell you what, that was a dandy all the way through. And from as Penn State. You know, they're now 3-5 or 3-6 or whatever on the season. They're not going to make a bowl game. They've already fired their coach, and they're basically playing out the string. But they have players. They have good players. They have as much talent as anybody in the country, and they just had all kinds of things go wrong. They were trying this week or last weekend to basically use their talent to where it should be. It was basically the last gasp, I guess, a chance to maybe a big spoiler for Indiana. And they almost were. They were this close to doing it. Well, actually, it was, probably was right around that close, because that's about how much that receiver's foot stayed in the back of the end zone as Mendoza threw a strike to the back of the end zone on the final play of the game, and I tell you what, if that doesn't make you think that Indiana is, I don't know what Aladdin's lamp they rubbed or who's I don't know. I'm thinking of several different things. Who's how they got in good stead with the Lord. I don't know how Indiana keeps doing it, but they're very talented. They're a great team. And I can't really say much more about it than that. But And they shouldn't have a problem with Wisconsin this weekend. Game of the week, though, is wonderful. Just a ton of fun. What are the games that you're focused on this week? Well, on Friday night, like I mentioned, you've got their Clemson at Louisville and then also Minnesota at Oregon. The early matchups on Saturday, what floats your boat there? Let's talk a little bit about Michigan at Northwestern. Those are Eastern times, by the way, so that's an 11 o'clock start. And you say, Bruce, Michigan ought to just beat the tar out of Northwestern. Well, now hold on a second. Northwestern's 5-5, and they're a solid team. They probably aren't quite as talented as Michigan, but Michigan only 3-6. They're 7-2 overall, and they're what are they? Michigan is number 18 in the. This is the CFP. So yeah, you're saying, Bruce, there shouldn't be a problem. This game's being played on a special site. They're playing it at Wrigley Field. I saw that and I thought, ooh, it's a special day for Northwestern. Get to play at Wrigley Field. Then I thought, well, we looked at the stats. Northwestern has played 5 games at Wrigley Field. This will be the 6th. This will be the 6th game at Wrigley Field. Do the kids get up? Actually, it's another day at the office for the Northwestern kids. It usually is the other team that gets up. They're 0-5 in games at Wrigley Field. So that might be something to keep in mind when you're thinking about that Michigan game. How about later in the day, the 2:30 window? The big game there is Oklahoma at Alabama, and that'll be a fantastic game. Iowa at USC. Are you interested in Iowa USC? Iowa's a better team than USC. They just are, and I didn't bet it. I'm not betting it, but that game just screams Iowa at me. But fascinating one here to me is the late one, the 6:30 start, Texas and Georgia. You think, well, hey, Texas, they've won 4 in a row. Texas is doing pretty good. All right. I occasionally put the glasses on to give you stats that I have to read out of the paper. When you think about, or when you read off my paper, when you think about Texas being a 4-game winning streak, they are the line is -6. Georgia's supposed to win by 6. Even though Texas is on that big 4-game winning streak, former number 1 team in the country. In games featuring 2 ranked teams in the last 8 years, home teams they win 60% against the spread. Home teams are 60% against the spread on ranked games. Okay, you want more than that. When a home team is ranked higher, they are 62% against the spread. Okay, you want more than that. Another spread wrinkle: when the better-ranked home teams are single-digit favorites or underdogs, they are 65% since 2017. And I'm not giving you just a few games. This is 65% in 99 games. Okay, if that wasn't enough, Texas is coming off their win at Vanderbilt, 34-31, which they almost gave away. Vandy came back, almost beat them at the end. Teams coming off a win over a ranked team and playing another ranked team are just 62, 79, and 3 against the spread in the last 6 years. That is 44%. Texas is in a bad spot. You might think they can go in and beat that 6-point spread. You might be right. But I'm just giving you the numbers that you might want to consider before throwing the mortgage at Texas. What are we doing here? As I didn't even mention here. Here's what the current bracket projection is coming off of the top 25. You know, I don't think Illinois is going to make their way back into this. They have 3 losses, and the teams that they have coming up, they should win. They'll be hot. They'll be favored in each game, and there's just not enough opportunity. They need to beat Washington if they were going to stay in this, and sorry, Illinois fans, including me, did not beat Washington, did not take care of business. All right, week 12. What are the boys doing here? We had a pretty solid week 11 here on Take the Points, as we went 5-3 against the spread. Didn't get any super dog winners, but 5-3 against the spread. That's pretty solid. I'll take that. Weeze has Wyoming versus Fresno State. He's on the Cowboys plus 3.5. He's also taking Delaware. He's taking my team. Delaware -9 versus Sam Houston State. That's at Delaware. Sam Houston State had their big win last week at Oregon State. That's about all Sam Houston State's going to get. So I'm with him on that. Who's his super dog? Right after I gave the whole spiel, he's taking Texas against Georgia. He maybe didn't know all those stats. Louise usually does know all the stats. What's Jamie doing? Oregon. He's taking Oregon over Minnesota. Oregon is getting 25.5 points. That may not be enough. That's Jamie. He may be right there. He's also taking Cincinnati at home against Arizona. They're getting 6.5 points. That's probably. I was going to take that game too. I was going to take Cincinnati as well. He picked it before I got a chance to pick. So good choice. Also, Lucas is taking. Oh, by the way, the super dog for Jamie. He's got Georgia State plus 7.5 versus Marshall. I believe that's at, I can't remember. What's Lucas doing? Lucas has Texas, Georgia under 48.5. Good choice. Utah plus 7.5 at Baylor. Baylor's going through a weird thing right now. Their athletic director is basically suspended himself for personal reasons because he shoved a student and then shoved a coach on the sideline a couple of 3-4 weeks ago, and it's very odd what's going on out of Baylor. I don't think it shouldn't affect the team, but you just never know on something like that. Oh, I'm sorry, I said plus 7.5. That's minus 7.5. He's taking Virginia plus 4.5 versus Duke at Duke. Duke can play at home game. They can play solid home game. Who am I taking? I've got UCLA plus 33.5 against those OSU. That's a lot of points. That is too many points at Ohio State. Ohio State calls off the dogs. They just do it. And UCLA's got a solid defense. 33.5 is too many. I've got the same line of thinking on Coastal Carolina at Georgia Southern. Carolina is the better recorded team, and they are better against the spread than Georgia Southern. I like Coastal Carolina on the road, and the guys will make fun of me for it. They'll make fun of me for it. I've got Mississippi State, the Bulldogs, beating Mizzou at Mizzou for my super dog. They're too heavy a favorite, 7-point favorite. Mizzou's quarterbacks, they got hurt another one last week. They're out of quarterbacks, and Mississippi State can win that game. You're watching Big Talk. Let's come back talk NFL right after this. Stick around.
When Justin, a local volunteer firefighter, needs one of the department's trucks serviced, he calls Cam, whose repair company keeps everything rolling. In turn, Justin helps keep Cam and all of the community safe. Together, they support each other. And Wayne White Electric Cooperative supports them and every member with safe and reliable power. It's why REMCs exist. And together, it all works.
Residents of the Clay County and surrounding area have relied on Clay County State Bank for sound professional service for over 100 years. With convenient lobby and drive-up hours, we are ready to serve you Monday through Saturday. We appreciate all who bank with us, and we look forward to the opportunity of working with anyone who is looking for a community bank to help with their financial needs. Give us a call at 665-3314, visit us online, or stop by and see us on the square in Louisville to experience our friendly personal service.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont's always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
I thought I'd lost my business in that fire, but my agent was there before the flames were out. He said, together, we're going to rebuild. Our employees depended on it. My independent agent and auto owners made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there. Auto Owners Insurance. North Wayne Insurance Agency in Flora is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Hey folks, you see me running back from changing my pictures. You caught me. Sorry about that. What's going on in the NFL this week? I tell you what, they had another fun weekend as well. Some teams had some fun. What happened? What happened to the Buffalo Bills playing down in Miami? They just did not show up. It's fascinating how the NFL is shaking out. In that right now, and I don't have the slide to show you. Right now, if you looked at the slide for who's the most likely to win the Super Bowl, it's the Chiefs. They're like 4.5 to 1 to win the Super Bowl. They would barely be in the playoffs. I think they're the number 7 seed if the playoffs started today. May not even be in the playoffs. It's just really and it's the Chiefs and then 4 different NFC teams because AFC has fallen apart on itself. The Bills and the Ravens, everybody always counts on. Nobody trusts the Broncos. Nobody trusts who else are you going to trust? Nobody trusts the Colts. It just doesn't make a ton of sense what's going on out there. Here's what the AFC currently appears in the records as the Patriots at 8-2. Nobody trusts the Patriots, even though look at that. They've won 7 games in a row. Patriots are for real. The Denver Broncos. Nobody trusts the Denver Broncos out in Vegas, even though look at that. They've won 7 games in a row. They're at 8-2, just like the Patriots. You've got the Colts at 8-2, and Pittsburgh leading that division. So let's see, 1, 2. Yeah, the Chiefs would be tied for the 7th spot with the Jaguars. 1, 2, right? Yeah. Yeah, the Chiefs would be tied with the Jaguars for the 7th spot, and they're the top bet. It just doesn't make a ton of sense. Only things you can make sense of here, well, it's the NFL. Nothing. Things change in such a whip stitch in the NFL. It's just wild. In the NFC, you have the Eagles. Right now, the Eagles are not scoring points as they have one. They keep winning, but they have difficulty scoring points. That win over the Packers. Packers now in third place, pardon me, in the North. That win over the Packers, just 3 points, 10-7. What team are you going to see from one week to the next? That's the craziest thing. Then you see the Buccaneers. 2 weeks ago, everybody thought the Buccaneers were the bee's knees, and they've lost one and didn't play terrifically well the one before that. Right now, the Rams at 7-2 are the highest. If you go to Vegas, the highest ranked NFC team. Nobody trusts the Seahawks. Why doesn't anybody trust the Seahawks? Second-year coach, Sam Darnold's a good quarterback. I don't know. I wish I could tell you. All we can tell here is basically the Saints play hard, but they just get the tar beaten out of them because they're just not very talented. Arizona at only minus 13, they're 3-6, and Arizona has real problems as their Marvin Harrison Jr. out for this weekend with what did he do? I saw it. I can't remember. It was a good one. Yeah. So he's out this weekend. That makes it tough. And you've got the East, the Eagles with a 4-game lead there now. Cowboys. The rest of that division's done. It's fascinating to know who's going to. Well, it's fascinating to consider who's going to be the representatives. What's going on this weekend? Thursday night. Patriots are sporting fancy new uniforms, by the way, Thursday night. I'm shooting this Thursday afternoon, so that'll be – right now it's the Patriots 13-point favorites over the Jets. Personally, I think that seems a little bit high, but I wouldn't bet on that either way. Patriots at home with the fancy new uniforms. If you tune in, you might enjoy it. The Commanders and Dolphins, they're playing in Madrid, Spain. I believe it's the first game played in Madrid. So they've been doing European games for quite some time, and that last week's game was the first one in Berlin. Wasn't the first in Germany, as they've played in Frankfurt, but this one the first in, I believe they've played in Munich as well. This is the first one in Madrid. I think they've played in Barcelona before. So, the Commanders and Dolphins, a replay. Who remembers it? Super Bowl VII. That's about the first Super Bowl that I can remember as a child. I remember the Dolphins versus the Washington Redskins at that time. But the Dolphins they won that one by 7. They're favored by 2.5 here. Why? They just beat Buffalo and Washington, the Commanders, they are hurting on numerous positions. And looking through it, you got the Panthers and Falcons and Packers and Giants. Who knows which Packer team's going to show up? Who knows which Giants team's going to show up? Giants have a new coach. Brian Dable gets fired. Mike Kafka will be serving as the interim head coach. Is Bill Belichick going to leave North Carolina? That's the scuttlebutt. That Bill Belichick will leave North Carolina college football to take the Giants job. That's where his run started. He coached for the Giants for about 15 years back in the 70s and 80s, a little bit more than that actually. Who knows? He finally has things going together well at North Carolina. You'd say it'd be silly for him to change, but you never know what somebody's going to do. Where it's all speculation right now anyway, as Dable fired on, Tuesday morning, or Monday morning, I think. Looking further later into the week, you have the Bengals and the Steelers on Sunday afternoon at noon. Bengals are 5-point dog, 5.5-point dog. Buccaneers at Bills. I just that's the thing. Bills are 5.5-point favorite. After what they showed last week in Miami, you hate to make them a favorite for anything. This is why the NFL is just so messed up, so tough, so difficult to wager on. You've got the Titans and Texans. That's in Nashville. Titans not that good. You have the Chargers at the Jaguars. The Chargers, all they do, look at that, all they do is just keep winning, don't they? They are 7-3, trying to hang on with the Broncos. So you have the Chargers. The Jaguars are a 3-point dog at home. You just never know what you're going to get out of the Jaguars. There's the game of the weekend, I think, the Seahawks at Rams, and that's on Sunday afternoon. That'll be a fun one. Then later on, it's the Niners at Cardinals. That's 2 weeks in a row. It's been all division for the West, all in division. The Chiefs and Broncos might be a contender for game of the week as well. Chiefs on the road, though. The Broncos. The Broncos really should do it now. This is their opportunity to knock the Chiefs, knock them to 5-5. Basically, you're pushing them out of the playoffs. Broncos, this is your chance. Get a 3-game lead with 7 to go. This is your chance, Broncos. You got to take advantage of it. They're not listening to me, though. As the Chiefs will probably, Chiefs are favored by 4 at Denver. Unbelievable. Then you have the Ravens at Browns. Who knows what Lamar's going to do with the Browns? Good defense on the Browns. The Sunday night game, the Lions versus the Eagles, and then you have the Cowboys versus the Raiders at Las Vegas on Monday night. That game, the over/under is 50 on that game. That one seems a little bit short, as an over/under should be for that one. It seems like it ought to be a lot higher than that. What are we doing on here for the Take the Points boys? What are our picks? Well, Weeze has that Eagles-Lions game. That's in Detroit, right? I think so. He's got the Eagles-Lions game. Oh, that's in Philadelphia, pardon me. He's got that one going under. I love that. I love that bet, under 47. The Eagles aren't scoring very much, and their defense is pretty solid. He's also got the Commanders +3 against Miami. What am I doing? I've got the Raiders +3.5 against the Cowboys. I love that bet. I think the Cowboys are ready to fall apart, and I think the Raiders are they got their tight end back. The Raiders are going to knock the tar out of the Cowboys this weekend. My other bet is I've got the Dolphins over the Commanders. Weeze has the Commanders. I've got the Dolphins. 3 points for each of them. I don't like Weeze's bet. I like mine better. Let's see. Jamie's got Pittsburgh versus taking Pittsburgh, the Steelers over the Bengals, and the Seahawks over the Rams. Can't really argue with either of those. The Seahawks on the road, they are a 2.5-point dog. That's unexpected, but now it's moved to 3-point underdog. And then Lucas, he's got the Bears and the Vikings over 47.5, and Houston. He likes the Houston's +6.5 over the Titans, -6.5 over the Titans. So. There you go. Here's what it looks like if you want to take a look and see what the boys and I are choosing. You can see there's more green there in week 11 than week 10, as we were 9-7 on the week. We're creeping our way back. We're creeping our way back to relevance, as in college football overall we are now 45-47. In the NFL we are 37-39 overall. That puts us 4 games under 500. We're going to get there, folks. We are going to get back to 500 here on Take the Points here on Big Talk. I feel good about it. I feel really good about it. I didn't even mention, I went the whole weekend, the whole show, and didn't mention Illinois versus Maryland at Illinois on Saturday. Of course, who am I picking? Illinois is a 14-point favorite. Illinois is going to beat the tar out of Maryland. It's in a gorgeous day. 2:30 start. First half will be bathed in sunlight. Second half will be it'll be dark. Illinois wins and goes over 44 to 21. 44-21. You heard it here first. Illinois over Maryland. Folks, that's it. That's all the time I have. Thank you so much for watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Do appreciate it. Best of luck to you this weekend. Go Wolves, go. See you next time.